legs.
It seems you've obtained information regarding the false sovereign. Captain Brandt will be eager to hear of it, I'm sure. Methinks this will be of interest to Captain Brandt. Shall we go inform him? Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
We've arrived, just as planned.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Well, well.
He is merely Disa's puppet, then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes.
Even were he to be removed, I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phasus, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty. Thank you.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be
There is much we ought to tend to. 'Tis no simple matter to infiltrate the castle at night. Should you fall into the hands of the... However, a sentry loyal to me will be on duty at the time of your I am afraid she will be unable to aid you directly. But she will... Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we were...
I overheard some of the soldiers.
Oh, sir, if you please. Pray, excuse my boldness, sir. I am but a humble maid in service to a noble household. Might I beg a moment of your time? My master is in need of aid, you see, and I'm hoping you'll consider offering your assistance. Oh, thank you, sir. You cannot imagine my relief. Might we continue this conversation somewhere more discreet? The matter it concerns is rather sensitive, and I would not risk being overheard. You will find my master's manor in the noble quarter.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow.
I fear this trial is too much for us, Chief. I don't feel safe here.
This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
Ah, you've returned. Oh, my spectacles. Well done, sir. With these, I shall have no need to fear any letters, be they small or faintly scrawled. I shall learn aught I can, that the day might come when I can repay this debt I owe you. Many, many thanks. Take this as a token of my gratitude.
Outstanding!
An achievement to be proud of.
Our efforts have been rewarded. Shall we make for Vernworth Palace? Let us make for the palace, that you might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. I can accompany you to the castle entrance, Master, but no further.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Tis hard to find my footing in this darkness.
I can make no sense of this.
I don't mind a bit of danger.
Isn't there anything to do around here?
What really should they? Like getting cut open? I've been on my feet all day. Aye, this year's deal looks to be
It's lovely. I might
Let's take it easy today.
not that misers and visitors.
All this hustle and bustle puts me right out.
Won't someone do aught about this?
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
Still waiting on that report.
It seems we must part ways.
You are the... Follow me!
I've got to focus. Shift's only just begun.
Money can buy comfort, sure, but not happiness. Somehow my feet today drink just about anything.
Boots laced, belt strapped. I'm ready for patrol.
Tis best you move along. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
Have you heard the news? The new recruits are to be sent out to Melve. Melve, I say.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Wait for the new equipment to come in.
Sometimes I wonder.
Well, well. We meet again. Is this stealthy business becoming a habit of yours?
Oi! Who goes there?
Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, my lady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, my lady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Need I say more? Something tells me this shan't be the last I see of you. Perhaps you'll be good enough to repay me when next we meet. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill...
Such peace. I'm in no hurry to leave. Meager wages like these won't fill my belly.
I feel a sight better once I've had my dinner.
Would that such peace.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
Shall we visit the manor, as the maid bid? Follow me, master. I shall guide you to the location.
Oh, you came, sir. I must confess, I feared you would not. But I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you conversing. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. 'Tis my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana! Would you paint my mother a criminal? Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master, I meant no offence.
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind while I attend to matters of my own. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so...
'Tis good to be reunited.
At last we've arrived. Delivery in hand.
We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced.
True enough. Now to report to Captain Brandt. If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
There's naught I love more than a saucy rumour.
This can be a lonely life at times. These look as long.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and its neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Queen Regent. Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
Suppose I can finish it tomorrow. I've just remembered. I've somewhere to be.
I can make no sense of this. I can make no sense of this. I'll have an early... I do the same thing every... Now this is a conundrum.
Hi, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you again for all your help. You really made a difference around here. You wanted to ask me a favor this time? All right. How can I help? So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I'm not sure that'd work. I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? It all sounds a bit fishy to me. All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at it, it's not my fault, okay?
I must confess, I'm rather lost.
How'd I wind up here anyhow?
Shall we bring Miss Daphne to see Master Sebastian? If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
Guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Stay a while.
I think I own it. I'm not risking my life for a...
Will someone do aught about this?
Look, young master. She's here.
Indeed. I could be staring into a mirror. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please, miss.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery. And she was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of a...
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your preparations for the journey.
How are things?
You know, the roads around Melve are supposed to... I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks...
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack it. It is not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides.
Well then, I must confess, I feel rather... I only hope I've not forgotten... You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. Now,
Take care, young master.
Come back safe!
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about...
I'll do my very best to be a good...
Quite the predicament. Beg pardon, sir, but might I have a moment to see? A friend of mine has an empty house, but no use for it. It wouldn't come free, mind, but the price is a fair one, and you'd have a place to call your own. Well, you needn't decide this.
Hustle and bustle. Sir Leonard will be very glad to know that Sir Ulrika is safe. We ought to bring him these tidings post-haste. If you wish to meet with this person, I would gladly lead the way.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
I can't wait to see
I sleep on my woes, mayhap.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Ah, excellent find.
My legs are as lead.
Some call it culture.
A good sleep will
Good morrow, everyone.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
Barely lift their swords.
Stomach's growling. Time for an early supper.
Best earn my keep.
This ox cart's bound for... I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
'Twould allow us to save our strength.
What's to do?
Time to be heading.
What to make of this?
Time to be heading.
Ah, here we are. The ox cart made it without too much trouble.
Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey.
Well met, sir. How may
Ah, 'tis a relief to hear that Ulrika is safe. Mayhap there is aught I could do for her, pervasive though the Queen Regent's influence has become. My humblest thanks. You've proven a friend to Melv and me as well. It isn't much, but here, I would not see you go unrewarded for your trouble. It is good to know that...
We've naught to discuss.
What brings you here? Well met, sir.
My chest. I'll examine its contents, shall I?
Seems my feet always leave me here.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see. That in my line of business, patience is key.
Always a pleasure.
Lots to do.
Nice to see everyone out and about.
Someone comes. It's been a hard day.
Even I know when to shut the trap.
I could use a bit of excitement in my life.
I feel my age every time I raise my hammer.
Looking for work? We've got plenty go-
Not much going on.
I've a selection of wares that sure to play. Please, leisure doing business with.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously. We are none of us alike in vocation.
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible. There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find. A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? This is a powerful weapon. A single bolt loosed from it would carry tremendous lethal force.
It's not how we use this, but when that counts. I imagine it would be most beneficial in combat.
It is good to know that Ulrika...
I'll sleep soundly.
Mayhap I'll set out on my own adventure.
Fancy a look at my wares? In my line of business, patience is key. Do come again. Well met, sir.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose. For it in due time.
Where are you going?
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm
In another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
I see a ladder yonder, but we can't reach it from here. We'll have to get up there and drop it down. We've met no foes for some time, but 'tis all the more reason for us to be on our guard.
If we seek monsters, we shall doubtless find them ere long.
Allow me to check whether there's aught nearby.
Be sure not to overlook anything. One can never have too many materials. I'll harvest some now.
Allow me to check whether there's aught nearby.
Keep your ears pricked all the same. Our foes might well use this chance to sneak up on us.
I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. I'll craft aught I can using what's in my pack. Should your pack grow over full, have no fear.
I never would have expected to find a cave in a place like this.
It is an exciting discovery, but we ought not to lose our heads.
We cannot break it from this side.
I understand.
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
I expect that's a common occurrence in our line of work.
I'm not taking any. This ox cart's bound for... I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Such a magnificent tapestry of stars.
Right you are.
I'll combine my magic with yours that you might cast the spell more quickly.
Well then, our foe has been thrown off balance.
There is no better time to strike.
Strike fast. Our foe shall fall.
You truly are formidable, Arisen.
Where are you going? I'm not taking any passengers just now.
That's quite enough.
Skeletons, there! Holy attacks are our best bet against this foe.
These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it.
I can do no less in service of
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. This battle is ours!
That's it! In every age, when the Arisen fells the dragon and saves the land, hence, pawns are true, not to mention.
Ox carts make for relatively...
This ox cart's bound... I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
If your pack grows over full, simply ask me to sell...
I have an inkling this place will yield a rarity or two.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
Mayhap you'll think this a trifle, but... Curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women.
Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look.
regenerative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there. Is a foe worthy of caution. Naught save our best will do.
Now I understand.
Well done! It seems we have enraged our foe.
Might we not use that rage card?
I am well aware of the particulars.
Prepare yourself. First and foremost, we'll want to knock it off balance. We'll prove a much easier target when lying prone.
This battle will demand all our strength. We must stand together if we are to seize victory.
All together now. The attack as one.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
One never can have too many of these.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use.
This seems a decent spot for a camp.
Assailants, master!
You have my protection.
That's plain indecent. As if things were easy. Why, thank you, dear. Something for the trouble.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? Allow me to lead the way. I can take you to our destination by the optimum route. Here we are.
It's not long till daybreak, Master.
We need hold out but a moment longer.
then I'll be off.
Dirt so far up my nails, I ne'er get them clean.
Might try my hand at a new trade.
I've seen better days, that's for sure. I'm in fine fettle today.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
It's good to see people in such high spirits.
I wonder what brings them
Barely
all.
scraping by.
How might I liven up this job today?
What else needs
Gather round, gather.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
We ought to put it to good use.
Greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat in a mug of ale.
Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
I wonder how Master Sebastian and Miss Daphne fare of late. Shall we pay them a visit? Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Won't someone do aught about this?
Oh, sir. The young master has not returned. I beg you, find him and bring him safely home.
You'll help him, won't you, Arisen?
Let me get that.
Won't someone do aught about this?
If Master Sebastian is yet to return, perhaps we ought to make for Melvin's search for him.
There's got to be something fun
To turn in for the night.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Very well, I hope.
I've got to sweep and dust before I think of supper.
Fancy a look at my
Where are
wares?
you off to?
Just a short rest. Then I'll...
Fancy...
To dust the shell.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
Well then, son.
There's naught I love more than a saucy rumour.
Good heavens! The pantry is crawling with gnats.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking every...
This ox... I'll need to see some coin before I let you off.
What ought I to do? Some battles simply come on then!
At times, I find myself wondering why we must fight against our fellows. True enough.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few. Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
Outstanding. No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
This is generally...
I fear I'm poisoned. Please. I fear I'm poisoned. Please. Thank you. Never did I dream those plants were poison. You have my gratitude, but do accept. Thank you. You have my gratitude, but...
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Someone talked about this.
Home at last.
Welcome home.
Thank you, Diana. I am glad to be back. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found what I sought. A blue sunbright, the sigil of our house. I only hope Mother will be pleased.
Oh, a blue sunbright. I thought they were make-believe.
Oh no, they're quite real. Rather rare, though, and particularly to Melv. I'm surprised.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated to the Gracious Hand. I asked Sir Kendrick about it. He told me the flower's name.
A picture, you say? How very odd.
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of the Gracious Hand over...
For true? Oh, I must tell her thank you.
I think I could arrange that. I'm certain my mistress would be delighted.
Yes. Well, as for me, I'm just pleased to be home safe and sound.
All this racket. What's going on? Good gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious Hand. Thank you ever so much for all you've done.
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress. I swear it.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me. 'Tis the privilege of the nobility to help those who are less fortunate. Now, do be sure to leave the house unseen, and fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you, you may take pride in who you are. Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone. You have some explaining to do.
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
I do wonder what that was all about, though I'm not sure we ought to pry.
I scarce know what to make of this.
I've naught to say to the likes of you. What's going on?
Doesn't seem right, this.
I'm afraid not.
I took you for a kinder sort than that.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance.
Seems you won't be swayed. A shame, that.
'Tis a relief to... What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
I know every place here.
Take opportunities as they come, I say.
Go on then. Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be... Glad to assist you. Have you found any of the items we discussed?
Always a pleasure.
The hunting for one day.
Was the patient, I always say.
What delights might there be to find in town?
Every day of the piece is it.
I'm not taking any passenger.
I'll sleep like a log.
Wait, this ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
I lament this calling I've chosen at times.
I'm in no...
How dare you!
Fine, out of the car, all of you.
Bear in mind that the will seek out women with unwavering persistence.
Such single-mindedness makes our enemy predictable, but not necessarily easier to counter.
Then you are on the top and the behemoth will soon topple.
Focused attack will end this foe.
If we're to have any hope of victory, we must deploy every tool and tactic at our disposal.
I understand. I'll combine my magic with yours, that you might cast the spell more quickly.
Seems we have enraged our foes.
Might we not use their rage to our advantage?
Understood. Oh, a common reward. Frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round.
Some of us get voices, but I train every day.
I've a knack for gathering items and am ever on the hunt for new finds. Oh, glad.
But not a bit. That's my duty.
Anyone gives me...
Suppose that's That's enough for one day.
I'm still waiting on that report.
Could it be aught befallen the cenotaph? I'd heard the spirit. If I cannot dissuade you from pressing onward, perhaps you'd consider passing by the cenotaph.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
It would allow us to save our strength, assuming we're not attacked.
Where? Oh, there's always demand for weapons. Particularly near the border. Where quarrels do come again?
None of these life sobs are worth my time.
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy some. The item you requested is complete. Here you are, sir. Use it well. Many thanks to you.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
What's your business with me, Cos?
Shove off.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
There you are! Pray, tell me, have you found the jadeite orb? Oh, thank you, thank you! Now my freedom is assured. Pray, take this. I know 'tisn't much, but I've naught else to offer. Right, I'd best get going. Sir, though we may ne'er meet again...
I hope Sir Opal shall lead a life free of cares, now that we have... released him from his shackles.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
So, how goes it? Did you manage to retrieve the jadeite orb? Ah, splendid. You've my... Before we discuss your reward, however, you see, in my line of work, trust is come. I trust old Ibrahim.
Follow my lead.
Good day, Ibrahim. Would you be so kind as now I have a bit of business to attend to while he performs his appraisal. I ask...
What is it? The appraisal's not yet. What's this for, then? That shan't get you anywhere, I'm afraid. Sir Everard, you're a persistent one, aren't you? Gold's all well and good, but heavens fend. That's more than I...
Fancy a look at my wares?
He ought to be finished by now. Come. You have done your title proud, Arisen. My partners shall be most... You have certainly earned your reward, and I do hope you will permit me to call up...
True to his word, Sir Everard has paid us handsomely for the orb. And plentiful coin is always welcome on our journey.
I concur.
Those recruits don't know common from point.
If I sleep...
I've seen better days, that's for sure.
If I could, I'd never leave.
Got to rest my legs.
I sleep on my woes
as far as I used to.
What I can do for you?
Can't imagine living any other way now.
Oh, what does this... say?
Shall we take a closer look?
So, you seek to enter Batal, I presume? I'll have to check your permit.
Leave this place at once!
So, you seek to...
Leave this place at once! You have no right to be here.
Life's been pretty kind to me.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
My feet always take me here.
I only polished it this morning.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
Mayhap I'll treat myself to a tickle before bed.
Sir Murden stopped taking visitors after his lady wife passed. He's not the friendliest of neighbours.
Looks like we've both got some time on it. Best get to cleaning before I'm too tired.
Life's been pretty kind to me.
I don't believe I had any visitors today. Begone! I have no hospitality to extend toward one bereft of decorum.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. Am I losing my touch?
Slow and steady.
What could this mean? You incompetent fool!
gone! I have no hospitality.
Pretty kind to me.
Suppose I could enjoy some idle chit-chat. My years snuffed out in the blink of an eye.
This cannot be. I've had enough.
Why? Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Even the best of us has his limits, I suppose. Have we met before? Ah, you again.
We have found the material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
I'm not taking it.
Suppose that's enough for one.
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
Well met. Looking to make a purchase? Hope to see you again.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
An investment made for safer travels can hardly be called extravagant.
Seems naught ever goes right. Welcome to browse my wares.
For bread and board, you'll find none better. Glad to be of service, sir. Can I interest you in a room, sir? It would benefit us all if the roads were safer.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. I trust we've all I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talent.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle,
How's life treating you?
Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Ooh, stomach's complaining.
Faring well, I try.
I'll have an early supper.
Feels eerie with no one about.
Aye. 'Tis a style, all a patchwork of techniques, honed for the Sigurd. You're the current Arisen, aren't you? Aye. For so long as we are united in our resolve,